This is video 3 of our Creating a New Process App video series. In this process app, we are going to start to define fields. As you can see over here in the All Items section, I have moved over to the table. This is the primary table. From here we can add auxiliary tables if needed, but for the purposes of this video, we're just going to stick with the primary table. You can break down these all items listings if you choose and just focus on certain areas. For the table view, you would just choose the data design view. With that, we'll stick with that, and as you can see, we have clicked on the primary table to highlight it. Over here in the primary table editor, we already have a list of fields that were set as default and added in for us. We can scroll down through and see that there are many fields, and from the last video we saw that we added this manager role as a user field, and we also added the user field from the user role. We're going to start by clicking on the item type field, which was already a default field provided for us by SBM. We're going to make some edits to this field by first clicking on the Options tab down here in the Property Editor. We're going to add a couple of values to this field as drop-down selections. The first value that we're going to add is called bug, and we're going to leave it capitalized. We can go over here and add item prefixes so that we can see that this is a bug item type when we go to look for it later on. We will also call this bug. We're going to add another value, and this time we're going to call it enhancement. And over here with this item prefix is going to be called ENH, short for enhancement. Now we are going to add a custom field from the table palette, and we are going to choose a binary trinary field. We simply click on it to hold it with our mouse, and we drag it over here to the table and drop it. We are going to now name this field as customer submitted. And we click enter to save it. Now we click on the Options tab in the Property Editor, and as we can see, by default we already have values listed as yes and no. You are welcome to change these values and even add a third value if you choose. For this purpose though, we're going to leave it as yes and no. We next click on the Attributes tab, and we can change the default value so when the submit form opens, right now it is defaulted to yes. I'm going to change it to no. And this concludes step 3 of our Creating a New Process App. We will pick it up in step 4 by defining security.